today's video, I'm going to show you the difference between merge and limited dissolve in Blender. These are very, very important. If you use one incorrectly, it's going to mess up your model. So let me show you how it works. So I'm going to take a plane here. I'm going to go into edit mode and I'm going to right click subdivide and subdivide this a few times. Now, if I go up here and I go into edge length, you're going to see the length of these edges in this case is 0.25 meters. The more I subdivide this, the tinier the squares get, and the smaller the length will be. You're going to see it just keeps cutting in half basically. But we'll just go something like this, all right? So right now we have an edge length of 0.25 meters. So if I select everything and I go to M and then by distance, nothing is going to happen here. And that's because the merge distance is below 0.25 meters in this case. If I move this to 0.1, nothing's going to happen. 0.2, nothing's going to happen. 0.24, nothing. But the moment I go above or equal to 0.25, everything starts collapsing. It's just going to start merging things together based on that distance right there. Now, the difference between merge by distance and dissolve is that dissolve will not physically merge any vertices. Dissolve is going to remove redundant edges. If I select the X key and I go to limited dissolve, we're not merging, we're simply dissolving out the redundant geometry here. Same idea if I just go back to this setting, if I select X and then go to limited dissolve here, you're going to see it just dissolves out all of that redundant geometry. By the way, you can also press the Control X hotkey to quickly go to the limited dissolve menu. Likewise, if you want to dissolve or merge only certain areas individually, you can also do that. For example, I can select these vertices here. I can press the M key. I can merge at the center. I can merge at the last, or I can merge at the first vertex here. Very obvious. Likewise, I can go in, I can dissolve out edges individually. As you can see, you can very clearly see what's happening when I do that and the different results you're going to get when you do a dissolve. It's not merging, it is dissolving. So essentially, dissolve is going to preserve the base shape, right? Whereas merge could actually start merging things together and kind of hurt the main shape. Doesn't mean it's better or worse, it just depends what you're trying to do. Now I'm going to show you a practical example. All right, I have a cylinder right here, and right now, if I select everything in limited dissolve, nothing's going to happen here. If I go to merge by distance, depending on the selection here for the distance, it's going to start kind of merging these vertices here together, as you can see. Now let's say I have some stray geometry. Maybe I have an edge like that, and then an edge down to here, and then an edge, connecting like this. I just have some really nasty kind of stray geometry here. In this case, we don't want to use merge. Merge is just going to do, annoying stuff here and collapse the mesh. In this case, we want to simply dissolve out the redundant geometry. So here we would just go in, we'd press X, limited dissolve, and just like that, that redundant geometry based on this angle right here is going to be dissolved out. So you might need to play with this angle amount. Pretty much in this case, anything above that 0 is going to dissolve out that redundant geometry. What I'll see a lot of beginners do is they'll go in and they'll try to select this junk, and they'll go in and they'll press the X key and they'll try to delete the edges. Don't delete the edges because that will physically delete any of the attaching areas as well. You don't want to delete, you want to press Control X, or just to kind of automate the entire thing, select the whole thing, and then limited dissolve that way. All right, here's another example right here. Notice how I have this kind of inconsistent geometry going on. Again, we're not going to use merge in this case. We're going to use the X and then the limited dissolve feature, and it's going to maintain that curvature there and simply dissolve out any of that redundant geometry up there on the top. Now in this case, since we have a bit of an angle, a bit of a bevel here, if I go too high, it's going to start dissolving out parts of that bevel, which I do not want. So usually what I like to do is keep the angle very, very low, simply right above 0 degrees, like 0.1 is fine, and you'll be able to maintain that entire shape. Before we move on to the next example, I just want to say if you want to learn our entire hard surface modeling workflow in under 2 weeks, like over 4,000 students have done at this point, you can see the results on the screen right now. Check out our accelerator program and the link in the pinned comment or in the top of the description. This is the industry leading hard surface modeling training. We're going to get you very, very good in about 2 weeks of time with just 30 to 60 minutes a day. This will teach you our full modeling workflow, design workflow, rendering, literally the entire process from A to Z in under 2 weeks of time. Again, like all of our students have done here already. So if you're interested in that program, click the link in the top of the description. Here's a good example of where you would actually use the merge feature. I'm going to press Control B and I'm just going to go like this, but you're going to see it starts overlapping in this case. So if I press the C key, this will enable the clamp overlap feature. All right. Now, when I do that, you're going to notice that these two edges right here at the top, I'll get that highlighted, they're going to merge at the same place. They're going to overlap right on top of each other here. In this case, limited dissolve will not do anything. This time we physically want to merge that stuff together. So we would go to M, merge by distance, make sure this is a bit lower. And then you're going to see we have those two vertices physically merged together here. This is an example of where we would use a merge. Let's go one step further. Let's say I have these two overlapping areas here. In this case, I would go to M, merge by distance. It would remove that. And then afterwards, I could go to X and then limited dissolve to remove out this redundant geometry here on the side. And again, we're not deleting anything. We're not going in and selecting the X and then delete edges feature. That's going to physically delete out the attached geometry. We're simply going in here and dissolving out that geometry without harming the main structure. All right, here's an example with a sub D workflow. I'm going to press Control B on this cube. I'm going to scroll up to get one segment here. I'm going to press the P key and then set that to 1. That's basically going to give it a completely hard edge. And now we're going to have these natural holding loops for our sub D. So I could go in, I could press Control 1, Control 2, Control 3, whatever. That's going to add our sub D, as you can see. But in this case, what I could actually do, if I wanted to remove those holding edges, is I could go in, maybe I could select one, and then Control X. Again, we're not going to go in here and delete it, right? We're going to press Control X to dissolve it. If I want to fully remove all those holding edges, I could go in, X, and then limited dissolve. And now we're just back to the main, sub D result here. And you kind of get the idea. In this case, merge by distance is just going to kind of collapse it and kind of, mess it up. We don't want that. Instead, in this sub D situation, we would press X and then use a limited dissolve. That's it. Merge is useful when you're trying to weld vertices together, so physically merging them. Dissolve is good for cleaning up, excess, what I call scrap topology without messing up the shape. And then you're going to have other options here, which, I don't really use personally. I can quickly show you. For example, we have this dissolve faces feature. You could go in, you could dissolve faces. I honestly can't tell you the last time I used that feature. So you can do that as well. You can dissolve the edges and then you can dissolve vertices as well. I personally just go in and I either use the entire limited dissolve or I just dissolve out the edges manually with Control X. So that is how you use the dissolve feature and the merge feature inside a Blender. And again, guys, if you want to learn our full hard surface modeling workflow, start to finish in under 2 weeks of time with just 30 to 60 minutes per day, check out our accelerator program in the link in the top of the description to learn more. We have thousands of students getting very, very good at Blender in a very short period of time, and we can do that for you as well. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.